he says, after he died, meaning the One, his return was prophesied. And it was prophesied that his coming would hail the destruction of the matrix, the destruction of the world of control. And that the war between us and the machines would end, bringing peace to our people, bringing freedom to our people. He says, that is why there are those of us who have spent our entire lives searching the matrix looking for him. I did what I did because I believe that search is over, referring to Neo. So he just drops onto Neo that he believes that this guy is the savior of humanity, that he's the savior of the world. He just woke up, he's newly woken up to the reality that's all around him, and he's still horrified by it, and now this guy just hit him with the fact that he's the savior, or so Morpheus believes. Okay? So let's continue. Morpheus then... Okay, let's look at what the name Neo really means, allegorically. Neo represents our neocortex, the higher part of the brain, the newest part of the brain in evolutionary terms. Neo is a Latin prefix meaning new. Okay? It's also an anagram for the word one. You just rearrange the letters of Neo and you get one. So what Neo actually represents, that is going to be our savior, is balancing the left and right brain hemispheres, okay, and bringing the entire brain complex together as one, ultimately bringing consciousness together as one. That can't be done unless it can be done physiologically. Then we can do it with higher consciousness. But if the brain is in a state of imbalance toward the left hemisphere or the right hemisphere, we're not in higher consciousness. We're in left brain consciousness is pure machine consciousness, and right brain consciousness is pure slave consciousness. Okay? That's just accepting whatever happens to you without doing anything. Total passivity, and this is total, male action drive that has no compassion in it. Only when we bridge these two in conjunction with the heart do we really wake up to our higher selves. Okay, so what Neo represents is this occult or this esoteric concept of the new man, the being that we need to give birth to by working upon ourselves and our consciousness. All right? And bringing our thoughts, our emotions, and our actions into alignment once we have balanced these hemispheres of the brain. It is the enlightened or illuminated man. It's a new being, a new species, so to speak. It's the next stage of human evolutionary development, which happens in consciousness, not physically. It happens here and here. That's where that evolution takes place. So that's what ultimately Neo represents. And again, that is the Savior. That is our Savior. That's what we need to do. That's where we need to go if we're going to really create any lasting positive change in our reality. This is the famous fight scene. Morpheus takes Neo into their training construct and begins to train him, okay, to try to free his mind. All right? And again, this scene is where I got the phrase, free your mind from. The conference is named directly after this movie from this scene in The Matrix. Okay? So he says, he's fighting, Neo is fighting Morpheus, and he cannot beat him. He's given all the programs for jujitsu and other forms of kung fu, and he knows all the forms and the techniques, but he still can't beat Morpheus, who is older and, seemingly weaker body-wise. He's in better shape as a physical specimen, Neo is, but he can't beat him. And he's like, why do you think you can't beat me? And he says, do you believe that me being any stronger or faster here has anything to do with my muscles in this place, meaning the construct? So he's trying to explain to him this is all about being strong here in the mind. That's where, when we start to take action in this realm, that our strength has to reside. And he says, I am trying to free your mind, Neo, but I can only show you the door.